Okay. Good. Okay, so let's keep going with this stuff now with the TVM solver. So again, basically I was just showing you why we get negative 839.37. Again, the negative just means we're paying out. Okay? That's what negative is telling us. Negative is telling us that, we're paying money. Okay? But again, the answer is this, $839.37. Okay? This is actually, I'm not going to get too crazy about this, but this is something that the book mentions. It's always good for the monthly payment to round up. So in other words, I think if you round it, you would round it up to like 38 cents, they said, or something like that, only because you want to ensure you pay off the loan. It's just something the book does. Personally, I'm not going to worry too much about that, okay? If I ask you on a quiz or test to solve this kind of question, I'm not going to get that crazy. If I say round it to 2 decimal places and you give me the 0.37 here, that's fine. Okay. But that's what a monthly payment is. Now, this part might be a little strange, but from here, how much do we actually pay, though? How much do we pay in total? Well, we know this is going on for 360 months, right? Again, that's what we've got up here, 12 months per year, and it's going on for 30 years. So the number of months in total is 360. But let me say this again. Now, how much are we actually paying the bank or whoever we get the mortgage from, in total? How much money are we spending in total to pay off this mortgage? We have a monthly payment, right? So this is how much we're spending a month to pay off the mortgage, how much we're paying. This is for each month. How many months are we doing this for? How many months is the loan last? Well, it's a 30-year loan. There's 12 months in a year. 12 times 30 is 360. Okay, 360. So it's $839.37 per month. Okay, and we're multiplying that by 360 months. So in total, we're going to pay this much. And that's a lot more than this. But remember, we have to pay off interest. So even though each month, as we saw, interest is decreasing, because we're making monthly payments, and that brings the balance down. In total, we're actually paying off a lot of interest, namely this amount. This is how much we're spending, right? This is the loan. Well, whatever is left is interest, and that's how much interest we're paying. That's a lot, I know. It's kind of funny in that when I first solved this for the notes, I was thinking that can't be right. That's a lot, but I double checked with the book. It is the right answer. So yeah, it's nice in that the longer the loan is, the smaller your monthly payment actually will be, but you're going to end up paying more interest though. That is, the longer T is, okay, the smaller your monthly payment will be. So instead of T was 30, it'd be 4. If it was 40, I'm pretty sure the monthly payment would be less, but in the long run, you're going to be paying off more interest. So, okay. All right. Let's do another example. Sometimes what could happen is you may want to determine how much loan balance you have. In other words, you might be wondering, well, if we only have this much left, maybe we should just pay it off all at once. I've seen that happen with people. I mean, that is, I've heard of it happening. I think I've had a family friend that pulled that off. They only saw they had a certain amount left. So instead of going for the rest of the 30 years, let's say, they found out, well, in 20 years, we'll owe this much. So we'll just pay it all off at once. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is it's useful to determine the remaining loan balance. payments. And we can do that easily. Namely, we can use our TVM solver. Yes, you can use the formula, but let's just stick with the TVM solver for now. Again, how much we owe now, right? How much is the mortgage? That's what we got. That's our loan. We have that now for the house or home loan. We have our monthly payment. That's the same, okay? Although when we put it into the solver, we're going to have this as negative. The interest rate's the same. But notice now T is not going to be 30. T is going to be 10. We want to know how much we owe after 10 years. So capital N will actually be 12 times 10, which is 120. See? Basically, we're assuming 10 years down the line, we were making monthly payments. Well, FV is actually our unknown because we want to know how much the loan will be, how much will be remaining that we have to pay off. So future value is what's unknown. Again, it's monthly payment, so it's being compounded monthly. So let's do this. So now let me go back to that GeoGebra solver. So I have to stop sharing again and get to the T solver again. Oh boy, this is fun. Okay, so let me clear this. Okay, so just like before, our PRN is 12 times 10, okay? The I is still 6%. PV is this, but we're gonna make that negative, because again, that's how much our monthly payment is. Oh, excuse me, let's do 37, that's what it was, okay? That's what it was, not 07, 37. Okay, because again, it's negative because we're making those payments. The money is leaving us. If you make a payment, that's going to be negative. And of course, you don't want to do what I did, put it in the wrong spot. That should be down here. There we go. There we go. Now for PV, that's how much now. Good. Again, this is unknown, so we can leave that blank. Or you could just leave it alone, just click the button. But each of these are 12. Whoa. Okay. So it's all set up. Let's figure out what FV is by clicking that. And this is what we get, $117,160, and there's a decimal, 14 cents. So I think there might be a mistake in my notes. Let me just quickly fix that. There we go. Good. It's all fixed. But again, that's how much we owe. The negative, again, means that money is we owe that money. It's going to leave us. And if we were to make this not negative by mistake, and that would be a big difference. Okay, so you have to be careful with our negative then. All right, that's okay. So remember, you do have to be careful with the negatives and the pluses. The negative means the money's leaving you, right? That's what it means. PV is positive because we actually got that money. It's a loan. Okay. Anyway, altogether, let me get back to the lecture notes. There it is. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting back to the lecture notes now. So again, you can see that what we got from the TVM solver was negative $117,160.14. So that means we owe that much. So after 10 years, this is how much we're going to owe. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Now, there's another example I want to do. Let me just, are there any questions on this? That is, wait, let me do it this way. Yeah, I really hope this makes sense. The homework is actually on chapter 4. So I know, because of the test, I didn't give homework last week. So So I might do maybe is the next homework, I'll probably have it from 5 and this chapter. Because I'm hoping to start the next chapter today, but we'll see.